So question 5. In the diagram, PR is equal to 9i plus 5j plus 2k, and RQ is equal to minus 12i minus 9j plus 3k. And we're asked to express PQ in terms of I, j, and k. Okay, so what is this asking us to do? It's basically saying how can we go from P to Q, but we can only do it in terms of the components that we know, which at the moment are PR and RQ. So it's literally going from there to there to there. So we just write an expression that says PR, one sec, write a bit neater, PR, one sec, so Q, so PQ is just equal to PR, so I put the wee lids in, plus RQ. Now you can write this out in exponent you don't have to write out an exponent form if you want, but I like to write it in the columns because I think it's a bit easier to work out. So this literally just becomes, so PR is just 9, 5, and 2. And then RQ is just from here, minus 12, minus 9, 3. And that just equals to 9 minus 12 is minus 3. And then 5 minus 9 is minus 4. And then 5, 2 plus 3 is just 5. Okay. This isn't the final answer because they want us to write it in terms of I, j, and k. So then you need to rewrite it down here and say is equal to minus 3i minus 4j plus 5k. 5k. And that's your final answer there. So you get 1 mark for, I imagine, identifying the pathway. Yeah, identifying the pathway, and then you get your 2nd mark for stating this in the correct form. Okay, so part B. Part B. Show that PS is equal to 1i minus j plus k plus 4k. Okay, so and we're also told that the point S divides QR in the ratio of 1 to 2. So that's the important part that I didn't say at the beginning. So this basically means that this is a ratio of this. So this is, you know, a total of 3 parts, and that is 1/3 of it, and that is 2/3 of it. So what you need to do here is think, how do I get from P to S in terms of expressions I already know? So you could go either from P to Q, then down 1/3, or you go from P to R and then up 2/3. I'm going to go this pathway because it means we don't have to worry about changing signs or anything like that. It's just a little bit simpler. But both ways would give you the correct answer. So PS is equal to PR plus, now this is the crucial bit, 2/3 of RQ. Okay, now it's just a case of putting this in I like to put it in the other form because it's easier to deal with. So you call it 9, 5, 2. Okay, and then plus 2/3 minus 12 minus 9 and 3. So what does this become? Equals, that stays the same, 9, 5, 2. Then plus 2/3 of 12 is minus 8, and then 2/3 of minus 9 is minus 6, and 2/3 of the times by 3 is just going to cancel out, so that just becomes 2. Okay, so then you just add these together, which you get 9 minus 8 is 1, and then you get 5 minus 6 is -1, and then 2 plus 2 is 4. But again, that's not the final answer because they want to write it in terms of I, J, and K. So this then equals, as it says in the question, I minus J plus 4K. Then you want to put a little, maybe a little as proven. Okay. So you get your mark here for interpreting this pathway. So if you've done it 1 to 3 or 2 over 3, it depends on which way you went, but I went 2, 3, so you get your mark there. Then you also get your final mark for saying you've managed to prove it's the same as stated in the question and interpret the result correctly.